And a pleasant good day to you guys, sports fans. Thank you for joining us on the PR Man, the Coach Talking Ball, and the Ball Father podcast presented by Sports Keto. I'm Reggie Roberts, longtime NFL PR man, and I'm joined by my co-host Mike Smith, who's the winningest coach in Falcons. This year's nominee for the most disappointing team in the AFC. I don't even think it's close. There are a couple of nominees, but I think it's the Broncos. Got to be. I mean, all this hype in the offseason about they're going to get Russell Wilson, they're going to rebuild the team, get parts, got a whole new ownership group. The guy who's the Sam Walton's son, who owns Walmart, is now the owner of the Broncos.
It's been a difficult year, but I will say this: the Broncos are hard to watch.
Yes, they are.
They're hard to watch. It has not been pretty, and to say that Nathaniel Hackett has been on the hot seat is probably the biggest understatement of the whole year. This thing started back well before last year ended. Everybody knew that there was going to be new ownership,
right?
The general manager, George Patton, he made this big off-season acquisition and gave up a lot of draft capital to do it. And he acquired Russell Wilson from from Seattle. And look, when that trade was made, I was going, gosh, that was a lot to give up. And the Seahawks, they knew that. Well, maybe they knew Wilson was in decline, because he surely doesn't look like the same player in the Denver Broncos offense, and this year is it's been crazy because, they were going through the process of trying to sell a team, and, that doesn't happen on the NFL calendar. It doesn't coincide. Ideally you would have loved to have a change of venue or change of ownership before they had to make these decisions about hiring a coach, because really the new ownership had nothing to do, from what I understand, with the hiring of the new coach. And that's tough. They've inherited the management team of Patton and Hackett. And it's not out of the question in my mind that this could be what I call a one and done.
I think it's completely.
There's been a lot more one and dones and two and outs over the last 6 or 7 years. You don't, as a head coach, you're not guaranteed 3 years. You may be only guaranteed, and you're not guaranteed 1 year, because I can give you example after example of coaches in the last 10 years that have been one and dones or two and outs. If the closing of the sale from the Bolin family and to the Walton family coincide with the calendar of hiring coaches, I think it would be a whole different regime in there in Denver. The new owners, the Walton family, they want to put their name and they want to bring their people in, and it's a good possibility that it could happen after the season. At worst, there's going to be massive changes in the way that they're doing things there in Dove Valley, because the Broncos, with the quarterback that they acquired, they have not gotten the bang for their buck. That's for sure.